Amazon stock technicals update. It's been a while. Let's have a look at Amazon. Friday, it did have gain 3%. Stock is at the moment at $109.50. And this is after 20-1 split. Okay. So if you guys are getting confused with these splits when stock does 10-1, 20-1, just look at the different chart. Instead of looking at the price chart, look at the market capitalization chart. I know Thinkorswim doesn't have it, unfortunately, but TradingView, that's where I look at it. You can pull up market capitalization. So year to date, Amazon at this price is down 35%, 35.7%. But what about the value of the stock? Because a lot of people misunderstand, like price means nothing until you realize what's the value. So that's where I come. Even though I am a trader, even though my positions may not be out there for more than a couple weeks, I care about the value of the stock. And in this case, Amazon, pretty much this year, 35%, from 1.7 trillion to 1.1 trillion. Well, what is it telling me? It's telling me that it had wiped out in that very short period of time $600 billion. Okay? To put in perspective, what's $600 billion? $600 billion is pretty much, I'm just going to go find stocks that are around that much. Basically, Tesla at the moment, $700 billion company. Imagine that Tesla from wherever it is, it means it's down 90%. Or imagine Johnson & Johnson got wiped out, $472 billion. ExxonMobil and there's also Chevron. Imagine those two companies together just disappeared in 6 months. Or Visa and MasterCard, each about 300 and something billion. Imagine those two companies just disappeared. That's what's going on. So that's how you should think about when stocks are down. You want to look at the capitalization. No, don't pay much attention to the stock price. Now, once I'm over with that, let's take a look at the technicals, okay? This was just quick lesson to people who think otherwise than that. What I'm watching here for Amazon in a short term. So this is an Amazon daily chart. I have been watching this range between 102 and 126, okay? So, and also if you look at these lines, they all represent, so basically the blue one, 20-day moving average, yellow 50-day, blue, this purple line represents 100-day, red one is 200-day moving average. So at the moment, right here, right now, I'm expecting if Amazon tests that 50-day moving average to act as a resistance. If it gets back above, I would expect 126 to be a resistance at this point. As a support, I'm watching 102, 101, and at the moment, that's what I'm watching as a support, as a demand zone. That's where the buyers are. Every time it has been testing these levels, buyers were coming in and buying this stock, at least for the past 2 months. Okay, so until the stock gets out of this range to the upside or downside, you can say that for the past 2 months, stock is in a range. Okay, it's not, overall, if you look at the year-to-date chart, of course, it's in a downtrend. But right here, right now, lately, if you let's bring up maybe weekly chart, you can see that it's been in this range of 102 and 115 even. So pretty much nothing is going on at the moment until it picks a direction from here. And also another thing I wanted to show here, I went pretty much back 10 years, and I said, okay, how many times Amazon was negative, pretty much down 3 consecutive months, and what happened next? Pretty much we were negative April, May, June, and it had happened in the last 10 years, I think 4 times. Here in the beginning of 2021, following months, positive. And it happened here in 2019, following months was positive. I'm not gonna look up, and I couldn't do it. I mean, I could have spent a little bit of a time to say what's the average gain, but you can do it yourself since there's not much of a data. It's only like happened 4 times. And it happened here in 2016, where at the end of the year, stock was down like 3 consecutive months, and in 2017, January, it was positive, okay? So I do expect, just based on data, on that stat, that, well, July, Amazon can be green, okay? I know everybody in the world pretty much is bearish right now in the overall market, but I do think that if it gains, if it stays, even if it stays in this range, but if it gains, on average, that percentage gain that it has had gained in the past, just based on the data, I would expect Amazon to be positive, and I wouldn't go crazy about betting to the upside or downside until they report earnings on 28th of July. That's why in July, I'm going to take it easy, and I'm not going to say, oh, okay, it's going to slip $100 and it's going to go all the way to $80, because that's a big move. If you think that Amazon slips $100 and comes back down to $80, which is next support, basically you're predicting that it's going to come down another $200 billion on top of what it has done here. It has wiped out $600 billion this year. So same thing to the upside. So even though stock is cheap, every dollar move is pretty much, I think, adding what, 10 billion or so. So that's why you gotta be thinking in terms of the value, in terms of the capitalization, like how much this price action is moving, like how much money is involved, because it's not a cheap stock, okay? Even though it's $100 stock, it's $1.1 trillion stock. So that's the video with Amazon. I hope you guys like this. I will cover this one once earnings approaches, but so far, before it picks a direction from here, there's not much going on, and I don't think that we will go crazy in July until they report earnings. So that's the video for Amazon. Not a financial advice again. That's what I'm thinking, and that's what I'm watching. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.